Konnichiwa.
Good morning.
It's not really morning anymore, it's afternoon.
Slightly.
We're getting a late start on the vlogging today.
We made it to Kyoto.
We did.
The Shinkansen was reasonably easy.
Yeah, we got to the station super early because we didn't have reserve tickets from Hiroshima, but we got right on and managed to snag 2 seats right next to each other.
Yeah, it worked out okay.
Yes, it did.
So we're going to find some lunch. We'll figure out our plan for the day.
Yep.
And we'll go from there. Well, that didn't take long. We've got some katsu shrimp, which is basically breaded minced shrimp. We got some
Tonkatsu with seasonal vegetables in it. So it looks like peas. Looks like there's some cheese. Shrimp.
Alright. Mostly just like breaded shrimp.
Hello guys! So we finished lunch and we were evaluating our options for what to do for the day. We talked about walking, but Kyoto is very spread out, so we evaluated our options and we decided to rent a couple of bikes.
The next video you see may be of us in the hospital.
Konnichiwa. We're at our ryokan. We're about to give you a small tour here. It's a traditional Japanese style room. So first you have to start by removing your shoes at the entrance and then having your socks or your bare feet, and then you can step into the room, which is covered in tatami mats.
So what are tatami mats exactly?
I think it's woven bamboo, if I remember correctly. And then you have sliding doors that are sometimes made of paper. These ones are a little more hardy and thick, but these slide so we can close this. Close off our entranceway. There's a little closet where our futon can go during the day. These are our beds, the futon. they can get stored in there. Otherwise, during the day, the setup is usually you have a small table in the middle here and 2 little pillows to sit on. And then here they have a little TV and a little refrigerator, and that's pretty much it. That'll go away and we'll lay out the futon at night and sleep on it.
Konbanwa.
Konbanwa. We've just returned from dinner and getting some more tickets for the trains. Get them early.
Yes, one tip if you travel to Japan on the JR Rail Pass, which is highly recommended by the way, makes things a lot easier, but definitely reserve seats. There may be some websites out there that say you don't have to reserve seats all the time, and that's true, but it makes things a whole lot easier. Okay, we're in our traditional Japanese robes, and just kind of relaxing.
Yeah. Yeah, we have a shared bathroom here. We don't have our own bathroom, so when you go down to the bath, you're supposed to wear the robes.
Yeah, that is the one thing that sucks about this ryokan. I do appreciate the authentic experience, but shared bathrooms aren't always fun.
Yeah.
We'll see, though. Had kind of an interesting day.
When have we not had an interesting day?
I would say this was a little more interesting, though.
I mean, not as interesting as losing the cell phone.
That was an adventure.
That was awful.
So today,
this was up there.
This was up there. So today we got the bikes. We're riding along. The gentleman who rented them out to us had kind of drawn us a little map of how to get to the shrines that Kirsten had selected for the day. And we were supposed to make a left turn at
Imedagawa.
Imedagawa.
Which is street.
Yes.
And we were riding and we never saw it, so I finally pulled up Google Maps and I was like, I feel like we passed it, but I didn't see anything that said Imedagawa, because in Japan they just don't label streets very well.
Turns out we were way north of there, so we're like, okay, well, we just have to pick a street and kind of turn and go in the direction of these shrines. So we kind of just ended up on these random
back roads.
Yeah, back alleys in Kyoto, which I was kind of going, what's the worst that can happen here? But we made it work. We got there.
Yeah, we eventually got there.
We eventually got there. The first temple was really, really crowded. Evidently, we got there at the entirely wrong time of the day when all the tour buses were getting there.
Oh my god, so many people.
So many people.
I could barely even breathe. There was just too many people. It wasn't fun. And the Kinkakuji is supposed to be really awesome, so it was disappointing.
It was still really cool, but just not with that many people.
Yeah, and nothing like my previous experience with it, so it was definitely disappointing.
But then the second place we went was a lot better.
It was a lot better, but on the way there, I fell off my bike and scraped up a couple of places. I'm fine. I'll probably develop a bruise on my chin, so if it looks discolored, that's why. I'm fine though. You know, whatever. I get up and move on. I'm not broken.
You get back
I'm
on the
not dead.
bike, you keep riding.
Yeah, I'm not broken, I'm not dead. We didn't end up in the hospital, so we're good.
Barely. She tried, but we didn't.
I did try. But we made it to the Ryoanji Temple, which I hadn't been to before, which is supposed to be really cool. It's a Zen type of temple or shrine. I forget which one it is, but it has the big rock garden that they rake the sand and everything. And it was really cool because we went in there and you have to take off your shoes and you actually go into the temple itself and then you can see the garden spread out. So that was kind of fun. And it was really beautiful. There were a lot of really cool cherry blossoms and it was way less packed. So it was enjoyable.
We got there kind of right before closing, so probably right after all the tour buses had gone through, and there weren't a whole lot of people there, so it was a lot nicer. Still a little bit loud, but a lot better.
And then, I mean, came here, checked in, had dinner. We caught a really cool show before we came back. There was a little building, and I'm sure you'll see a clip of just colored water spraying to some music. It was really neat. It's like,
had no idea that was there. We just kind of walked out. We got some tickets for the Shinkansen next, kind of walked out, and I heard some sort of music. I'm like, well, I know there's a theater nearby. I'm assuming it was an indoor theater. Kind of turn around, and I'm like, oh, hey, pretty spraying colored water fountains. Okay, let's watch this for a few minutes.
We stood there and watched it for a little while, and then just came back here. We're going to attempt to set up our futon.
Yes, this is going to be a definite interrupting experience.
Wish us luck.
Hopefully I sleep okay. But that is all for this evening. We will see you all tomorrow back in Kyoto.
Yay!